Hey guys, I've got a very special review today. A buddy review with who?
This is Alex from Auto Buyer's Guide. Hey everybody.
And what is this, Alex?
This is a 2024 Genesis Electrified G80. Don't call it a G80 EV, that's bad apparently. This is an electrified one.
Well, usually we start with the design of the car, but just for fun today, let's start with what's under the hood because let's take a bet. Do you think that there's a lunchbox size space under there or is there nothing, Alex?
And the answer is nothing.
There's nothing under there except for a lot of scary orange cables.
You know, they could have actually given us something because let's check out under this lid. There actually is, there's space for, you know, a little pizza box kind of thing under there.
Yeah.
I think the reason they didn't do that is that this G80 runs on the same M3 platform as the G80, the G90, all the rear wheel drive Genesis products, but they basically turduckened it and they jammed the eGMP platform EV parts from GV60, Ioniq 5, etc. They jammed them under the body and under the hood.
All right, here's a little bit of a trivia question for you. How do you know it's electric by looking at the front?
Because no grill.
That's right, there's no grill.
And there's a tiny little E.
Yeah.
Or G.
Yeah. What do you think of the design language? I do love their kind of dual light setup. It's very elegant. And I have to say, dude, I'll tell you at the end of this video how much this matte paint costs, but it is shockingly affordable.
Yeah, I really love the look of the matte paint. Now, you come from the land of the snow. So tell me, how do you feel about the charge port in the nose? I love it, but I live in the land of sunshine.
I believe that we should have standardized this by now. So just pick one place, you know, because you can have it in the nose, you can have it over here in the flank, you can have it in the back quarter panel, you can have it way in the back. I guess if you're going to pull into a charger, that's a great place to have it. You don't have to back into it. I'm kind of okay with it at this point until somebody figures it out, but I do love this car. What's amazing about it is it gets, get this 200, I believe, an 82 or 83 miles of range, which is pretty phenomenal.
Yep, 283 miles of range, but not quite as much power as some of the other eGMPs. 365 horsepower, so not over 400 like you'll find in the GV70 Electrified.
And Alex, as you know and as you guys know, Genesis is the luxury brand for Hyundai/Kia, and they do fast charging, Andre.
They do. So
just called you Andre, sorry.
That's
Alex.
Okay. I'm Alex. You can call me Andre. That's fine.
I won't call you Andre.
This one has a slightly larger battery pack than the other eGMP platform vehicles. So 22 minutes, 10% to 80%. That is still faster than a Model 3, though.
Is it 800 volt?
It is 800 volt, although Hyundai is a little bit, Genesis and Hyundai, they're a little bit interesting when they refer to 800 volts. This is actually nominally just over 600 volts, but you know what? It's in the club.
Yeah, and do you like the design language? I love the design language.
I love the look.
Yeah.
I kind of wish we got the sharper looks from G90. We should talk about some of the disadvantages as to how they built this vehicle, though, I think, because it looks like a G80 until you really look closer. And you'll notice that hump there?
Yeah.
That's apparently some portion of the rear drive electronics.
But you do have, well,
You have some storage space under there, but no spare tire.
and you do have a pass-through.
Do you have
right
the
there,
pass-through?
which is nice.
The other thing, which I think is not quite noticeable, hop in the driver's seat for us.
All right, let's both hop. Why don't you hop in the pass-through?
Well, I want to show from the outside. So let's see, because this is an important one.
Oh, I just locked it.
You know, the eGMP platform vehicle, it's a skateboard style vehicle. Hop in there. Let's hop in the driver's seat.
I will hop in the driver's seat.
The battery is underneath you. So even though this looks like a regular G80, your feet are actually further from the ground than they would be in a regular G80. Do you feel more stretched out?
I feel like I'm very comfortable, and I feel like I'm someplace that's very luxurious. Come on in. Let's talk about the interior. I'll start it up, and we can talk about what makes this so unique.
I'll hop in the back here so you can get a better view of the interior, everybody.
So once again, they've got this digital HVAC controls, but there are, like you said in the previous review we did, hard buttons for kind of the main things, you know, map, radio navigation, which I love. But this looks very elegant. I just worry what happens if it fails. Genesis has been playing with the shift selector, so this one has more of a traditional. I think the first time I saw this rotary was in a Jaguar. I remember it kind of came out.
Yeah, the pop-up Jaguar thing.
Yeah, but it's nice. I mean, it's relatively easy to use, and of course they have these kind of unique shaped steering wheels. I think I kind
of like it. I've grown to like it.
It's a little stodgy. It's a little.
It is not. Yeah, it is old man. But then you know what I think when I think G80, and this bearing in mind, I used to own an XJ, so I'm actually kind of okay with that sort of more relaxed, more old school kind of vibe that you get in here. I love the attention to detail, the stitching on the dashboard, the premium materials, and I'm even okay with this sort of OSB style wood trim.
Yeah, You know,
It's something different.
From the plastic tree, right? I mean,
no, this is real wood.
That's real wood.
This is real wood. What they do is they take slivers of wood left over from furniture manufacturing
And make it look
literally they OSB it. They like squish them together under high pressure, some epoxy, and ba-bing, you have this really intriguing wood trim thing.
You know, we have that in Colorado with the beetle kill.
Yeah.
Where you take this wood that normally would be subgrade and then you make it into something interesting. So I do appreciate that they're taking something that is unusual and making it into something that is different. So we do have different drive modes.
Yep.
So we have comfort, sport, and eco, which is kind of cool. Of course, a complete digital cluster.
Yeah, it's the 3D cluster.
Really? That's
Yeah.
3D?
Yeah, depending on you have to put the mode in, all etc. How's your headroom? Because that is the one loss that you get in this one. You get a little bit of loss of headroom, and that's why we don't have a moonroof, if you notice.
We have nothing here.
Yeah, no
because
moonroof.
That takes about 2 inches up, so I have enough room. Is it actually a little taller? Because it felt like that when I sat down. It felt like it was a little taller.
That's what I was talking about. Like your seat is slightly higher off the ground than the regular G80 because the battery's under there, but the roof line is the same.
How's your legroom?
It's actually not bad. I'll sit behind you. Like your seat's adjusted for you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know, I have maybe about 2.5 inches of legroom back here. Headroom, it's not bad, you know. Like my hair's brushing the ceiling, but it could be worse.
You know, we're here actually doing a review of their more sportier sedan. And one of the things that they told us this morning in the presentation was that they're trying to create a new brand of luxury. Dare I say, a Korean brand of luxury.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense, right?
Right, it would make sense. And I feel like they have accomplished that in this car. It doesn't feel Japanese like a Lexus. It doesn't feel German like a, EQE would compete with this. And it does feel, you know, very progressive and very youthful and very fun in some ways.
And I would say it's comfy. It feels very more traditionally luxury than we see in some of the Lexus models right now. There is no Lexus corollary to this, interestingly. Like Lexus gave up on the GS.
What do you think of like this diamond stitching? I think it's very elegant and very beautiful, and
I like that look. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for white. I don't know what happens when you have a dog and kids. Probably nothing good.
Or blue jeans.
Or blue jeans.
I had a car with white leather once, and it was a blue jean magnet.
And here's the thing, Alex. Like, I mean, this is, you know, a luxury sedan that's electrified. And, you know, having said those three things, the world just keeps getting smaller and smaller in terms of buyers, right?
Yeah.
So very few people are buying luxury sedans, and even fewer people are buying electric luxury sedans. And yet I would be very happy to own this.
I think I would too. I love the combination of features. I don't know why I would need an electric sedan, but you know, I could see myself driving one of these. Again, you know, I did have that Jaguar XJ, so.
Yeah, well, you're a bit of an odd duckling, turduckling yourself in some ways. Hey, so let's talk about pricing. For 2024, they introduced a less expensive version because this one is $80,000. What is a less expensive version?
Yeah, it's about $5,000 less, so it's around $75,000 starting or so.
Oh, that just looks obscene, dude. I gotta close that.
You left your flap open there, Roman.
I know, it's like you left your zipper.
But yeah, $75,000 approximately starting, $80,000 if you want the top end trim.
What's the mystery? How do you close it?
You're definitely you close it. With your
I didn't want to break it.
With your hand.
I thought there was maybe a button you push.
Yeah, it's called the hand button. You just close it.
Now, if this were in your rearview mirror, show them the front again. I think you would be.
I love the look.
Yeah,
I
impressed.
think they did a really good job making it look elegant and also keeping it in theme with the rest of the Genesis line. Some manufacturers, their EVs just look peculiar, and this. You know, they blank off the Superman grille. We still have the radar sensor there. They integrate that with the Superman grille thing. And then all the cooling you get is this tiny little triangle down here and then the grate at the bottom because that's all the cooling you need in an EV.
So here's something interesting. Genesis has gone with a more elegant, I would say, key. But I like this one better because it doesn't have the buttons on the side. But this is interesting. I just learned something about
the
this.
Smart Park?
Yeah, so here's this thing about Smart Park. I was in Korea, and you were there too, right? So Korea is about the size of Indiana in terms of its landmass. Yet, about 50 million people live there.
Yeah.
So for Korea, this is not about convenience. This is about practicality because the parking spaces are so tight that you need to be able to park the car on its own because if you didn't, you wouldn't be able to open the door to get out.
Yeah,
that's how tight
true.
they are.
You know, I had fun enough fact. I had a Hyundai Nexo that had the first generation of Smart Park that actually was more advanced than some of those Smart Parks because it would parallel park the car while you were out of the car. And you know how many times I used it?
How many?
about 5 times, and it was only to tell people, isn't this totally cool? My car can parallel park itself when I'm outside it.
Well, they were telling you that in Korea, a lot of the Kias and Hyundais actually allow you to keep the car in neutral after you shut it off, because you can park it and leave it in neutral, and people will actually come and push it out of the way so that they can get their cars out.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy?
That is insane.
Yeah. Anyway,
At
guys.
least they have the decency to not bump it with the bumper.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I love this car. I think it's way cool. For a segment that isn't exactly the most popular in the world, I think that they've done a really good job. And once again, this is built for Korea, right?
Yep.
This is
It's the executive transport.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're blocking an LC dude. Are we in your way?
I mean, I was gonna go that way, but I didn't want to be in your way.
Oh, love your car. Come on through. Come on, look at this car. This is Alex. Isn't this one of the most beautiful cars in the world? You are driving one of the most beautiful cars in the world. Look at that.
I don't know, I'm torn about the LC.
I love the LC.
I love the exterior.
Oh, look at that. 5-liter. Come on, V8.
I love the LC's exterior, but
5
why
liter
do no other Lexuses look like that?
Good question.
It was a styling dead end.
But this is also beautiful. They're both beautiful. But on that note, I think we'll wrap up this review. Guys, thank you for joining us. Where should they go for a really comprehensive review?
They can find us over at Auto Buyer's Guide on all the YouTubes and Instagrammy things.
Don't you have an EV channel?
We do, EV Buyer's Guide. And you know what? You should also, guys, check out the Electrified GV70, because I actually think it's all this, but a little bit better.
It's got that cool little, ball.
No, not that one. The GV70, because the alphabet soup is a little confusing, right?
Yeah.
So GV70 is this same sort of turducken thing. They took the GV70 ICE, jammed the electric motors in there, but it got more powerful motors than this.
And if you want to see more from TFL, go to alltfl.com. Thank you, Alex, for taking part in this review, and we shall see you next time. Ciao.
See you, everybody.
Bye.